This is ChainMind, the decentralized AI network built for everyone. Just search ChainMind on Google, sign up, download the app, and you're in. That's it. You've joined the network. Run it on any device, phone, laptop, or server. Why ChainMind? Fully decentralized, fully yours.
When a streaming giant slashes its price by 40%, you might think it's just a flash sale to empty inventory. What if I told you that single discount is actually a window into a whole new economics of entertainment, powered by a technology you've never heard of, but that could be reshaping the way you watch your favorite shows? Peacock's August 2026 promo code, the one that can shave up to $80 off an annual subscription, isn't just a seasonal gimmick. It's a live experiment in how the industry is fighting for every viewer's attention, and it reveals a hidden battle over data, latency, and cost that most consumers never see. In the next 10 minutes, we'll unpack why these deep discounts are appearing more often, what they say about the financial pressures on over-the-top platforms, and how a decentralized AI inference network called ChainMind is quietly becoming the engine that makes such offers sustainable. By the end, you'll know not only how to lock in the savings, but also why the future of streaming may look very different from the screens you have today. First, let's step back and look at the promotional landscape that Peacock is tapping into. For years, streaming services relied on static coupon codes, simple strings you could copy from a banner and paste at checkout. That approach worked when the market was still fragmented and the competition was limited. Today, the scene is more akin to a high-speed chess match where every move is guided by data. Peacock's latest code, marketed as a limited-time offer, is part of a broader shift toward hyper-personalized pricing. Instead of broadcasting a one-size-fits-all discount, platforms now segment users by age, viewing habits, and even the time of day they usually log in. A millennial who binge-watches true crime documentaries might see a deeper discount than a casual viewer who only watches once a week. The discount depth is no longer a static percentage, it's a variable that AI models adjust in real time based on predicted lifetime value. These models aren't just guessing. They crunch billions of data points, historical churn rates, content preferences, ad viewability metrics, to estimate how much a new subscriber will be worth over the next 2 or 3 years. If the model predicts that a user who receives a 40% discount will stay for 18 months, paying an average of $12 per month, the platform can afford to lose a chunk of the first year's revenue because the ad inventory that fills the user's screen will generate additional dollars. The discount becomes a calculated investment, not a loss. To make this work at scale, companies layer the discount with bundled incentives, free trials of premium tiers, ad-free windows, or exclusive content drops. They also add urgency through countdown timers that shrink the decision window to a few days, nudging indecisive browsers into clicking subscribe. All of this is powered by AI that runs continuously, deciding which user sees which code, how long the code remains valid, and whether the discount can be stacked with other offers. Now, why would a massive platform like Peacock be willing to sacrifice $80 per new subscriber? The answer lies in two economic forces that are tightening the profit margins of every ad service. First, content licensing costs have ballooned. Studios now demand premium fees for the rights to stream blockbuster movies and binge-worthy series, and that price pressure pushes subscription costs higher. To avoid alienating price-sensitive users, platforms counterbalance with discounts that keep the headline price attractive without actually cutting the base rate for everyone. It's a way of saying, we'll give you a deal today, but the price you'll pay tomorrow stays stable. The second pressure comes from the advertising side of the business. Ad-supported tiers rely on cost per thousand impression, CPM, rates that fluctuate with the broader economy. In a downturn, advertisers pull back, CPMs dip, and revenue shrinks. By expanding the subscriber base through aggressive discounting, platforms can guarantee a larger pool of ad impressions, smoothing out the volatility and giving them leverage to negotiate better rates with advertisers. In other words, the discount is a strategic bet that the additional ad revenue and the potential for upselling to higher margin tiers will more than offset the short-term loss. But here's the part most people get wrong. They think the only cost that matters is the price tag you see on your screen. In reality, the hidden expense is the compute power required to personalize every interaction, predict churn, and serve the right ad to the right viewer at the right moment. That compute is traditionally run in massive, centralized cloud data centers owned by the streaming platform or outsourced to big tech providers. Centralized inference delivers scale, but it also brings latency, high operational costs, and data silo risks. Every time a user opens the Peacock app and the system asks, "What should we recommend next?" a request travels across continents to a distant server, waits for the model to run, and then returns a recommendation. Those milliseconds add up, especially when millions of users are streaming simultaneously during a new series drop. Enter decentralized AI inference networks like ChainMind. Instead of funneling every prediction through a single cloud, ChainMind spreads the workload across a global mesh of independent node operators, people, and organizations that contribute idle compute capacity from edge devices, small data centers, or even personal computers. When a user triggers a recommendation request, the query is routed to the nearest node that has the appropriate churn prediction model loaded. The model runs locally, spits out a score, and the decision, show a promotional banner, offer a discount, or suggest an ad-free upgrade, is sent back instantly. Because the computation happens close to the user, latency drops dramatically, often staying under 100 milliseconds, which feels instantaneous to the viewer. At the same time, the cost per inference is reduced because node operators are paid only for the exact compute they provide, turning otherwise wasted resources into revenue. For a streaming service, the financial impact is tangible. Early adopters of decentralized inference have reported up to a 30% reduction in spend on AI workloads, while maintaining the speed needed for real-time personalization. Those savings can be redirected into more aggressive marketing campaigns. Think deeper discounts, longer free trial periods, or even higher quality original content. Moreover, because the data can be processed locally and encrypted end-to-end, privacy compliance becomes simpler. Regulations like GDPR and CCPA require strict controls over personal data, and a decentralized model reduces the need to move large datasets across borders, lowering the risk of breaches and the associated penalties. So how does ChainMind actually fit into the streaming value chain? Imagine you open the Peacock app on a Tuesday night. You scroll through the home screen, and a banner pops up offering a limited-time discount on the premium tier. Behind that banner is a tiny, invisible workflow. Your device sends a request to ChainMind's network. A node just a few hops away runs a pre-trained churn prediction model, and the model returns a probability that you'll stay subscribed for at least 12 months if you take the offer. If the score is high, the system shows you the promo. If it's low, you might see a different suggestion, such as a new show that matches your taste. Each inference call is logged, and the node operator who performed the computation receives a micropayment, often measured in fractions of a cent. The streaming platform, in turn, pays only for the exact number of inferences it uses, eliminating the opaque, flat-rate pricing that cloud giants typically charge. This per-use billing model gives the platform clear visibility into its AI spend and makes budgeting for promotions like Peacock's August code far more predictable. For consumers, the practical takeaway is simple. If you want to capture the full $80 discount, you need to act within the promo window, August 1st through August 31st, 2026. The code follows a specific pattern. PEACOCK40 followed by 4 digits, such as PEACOCK401234. Verify it on Peacock's official promotions page to avoid counterfeit offers. The discount applies only to the annual plan, so if you're on a monthly subscription, you'll only see a proportional reduction for the first month. You can even stack the code with a free trial of the premium tier, but you can't combine it with other percentage-based discounts. Finally, set a reminder before the renewal date because the discount expires after the first year, and you'll want to reassess whether the service still meets your needs. Looking ahead, the interplay between aggressive discounting and decentralized AI will shape the next generation of streaming. We can expect dynamic pricing engines that adjust discount depth in real time, not just based on user segmentation but also on network load, ad inventory, and even the current cost of compute on the decentralized network. Edge-native content delivery will become more common, where the same nodes that run AI inference also handle video transcoding, cutting end-to-end latency and improving the viewing experience for high-resolution streams. And because decentralized networks like chain mind reward node operators with tokens, users themselves could become part of the compute pool, sharing bandwidth or storage in exchange for credits that offset their subscription costs. In this future, a promo code is no longer a static coupon. It becomes a data-rich signal that feeds a self-optimizing ecosystem, aligning the interests of viewers, platforms, and the network that powers them. In summary, Peacock's August 2026 40% discount is more than a marketing flash, it's a microcosm of the forces reshaping the streaming industry. Deep discounts are a strategic response to rising content costs and volatile ad revenue, made viable only because platforms can offload the heavy computational lifting to cheaper, faster, and more privacy-friendly infrastructures. Decentralized AI inference networks such as ChainMind provide the missing piece, turning what used to be a costly, centralized bottleneck into a flexible, on-demand service that scales with demand and reduces per inference spend. For viewers, the immediate win is the savings you can lock in right now. For the industry, the long-term win is a sustainable model that leverages next-generation technology to keep prices attractive and experiences personalized. If you're curious about how the future of streaming is being built from the edge, and you want to stay ahead of the curve as these innovations roll out, follow ChainMind. By joining the conversation, you'll get the latest updates on decentralized AI, early access to new tools that could make your favorite shows load faster, and insights into how the next wave of promotions will be powered. The next time you see a promo code, remember it's not just a discount, it's a glimpse into a smarter, more efficient streaming world, and ChainMind is at the heart of that transformation.